This is just a really quick intro to what I'm about to play. My brother and I have been talking about doing a collaboration of sorts, and so we just kind of did some preliminary, let's see how the video goes sorts of thing, and it should be very interesting, because sometimes we can cut it up and have some fun with that, and yeah, I don't know what else to say other than it's awesome that I'm actually getting to make a video again, regardless of who sees it. I just thank you for what you're doing by watching it, and you're amazing for giving a crap about what me and my little brother have to say. So he kind of gets cut off at the beginning of this clip as I started recording, like, I guess the moment after he started talking. But anyway, so what happens before this is he's going to, I guess, somewhere with his work friends. They get stuck in an elevator, and that's kind of how his story starts. But again, thank you for watching the video. Let me know what you think of all of this. Family, friends, anonymous, whatever. That's my cat. Alright, thank y'all. Enjoy the video.
I got stuck in an elevator yesterday. It's at this building called Park West and it's technically owned by A&M.
Yeah.
And so it was me and like 3 of my friends from work. And we all work for A&M.
Yeah.
And we were just gonna go up, and we were gonna go to someone's apartment and just hang out for a little bit. So we went to the pool, which is on the roof. Well, you know, with the visitors' parking's down at the bottom of the parking garage, and so we all were down in the parking garage, and we walk into the building, and then we go to the elevator, and we get in the elevator, and you know, we hit the button for the 5th floor. It's an 8-story building.
Yeah.
And maybe like halfway up the first floor, like going in between the 1st and 2nd floor, the elevator just stopped. Like, stopped working. Like, it jerked really bad, and it stopped. And apparently, like, this has happened while I was in that same elevator before, but we were able to kind of like jump up and down a little bit and kind of get it working again, you know, and press all the buttons, and like we were able to keep going. And like, after the first time that happened, like, we were like, yeah, we're not gonna freaking get in this elevator again. But, what's it called? Like, we're not gonna get in this elevator again. That was the idea, that was the plan.
Yeah.
And, we go back and, okay. So we said we weren't going to get back in this elevator, but it's the closest elevator, and we're lazy, and we don't want to walk halfway across the building to use the other elevator.
Yeah.
You know, and there's like 10 elevators in this building, because it's a huge building. And so we get stuck between the 1st and the 2nd floor, and we're like, well, shit, this sucks. Hopefully it'll start working again. So we try, you know, kind of like bouncing around, moving around, hitting the door, press all the buttons, and then, you know, like 10 minutes pass, and we're like, okay, we're stuck. This elevator's not working.
Yeah.
And so we all noticed, like, right away our phones aren't working. It's like we were gonna like call for help or something, but we end up having to use the stupid little like call for help button on the elevator. You know what I mean? The emergency fire button. And it was kind of ghetto. Like, I've never used it before, but like it's like a phone. All it does is it calls someone. It's like, emergency phone has been activated, and then someone comes out over the intercom. And they're like, hello, how can I help you today? You've activated the emergency phone.
No shit,
And,
bitch.
yeah, exactly. And then she's like, and we're like, we're stuck. And she's like, okay, are you stuck? And we're like, yes, we're stuck. And we're having to like repeat ourselves like 100 times because she couldn't understand us. And it was so stupid. It was annoying.
Yeah.
And then, you know, we told her there was 4 of us in there, and yada yada yada, which elevator we were at, but she already knew all that, I guess, because like that she could trace where the phone call was coming from.
Yeah.
And so she told us that the fire department had been contacted, or emergency. Well, she didn't say fire department at that time. She said like emergency officials have been notified. You know what I mean? Or like maintenance has been notified, and they're gonna try to get us out. And so we're like, okay. So we sit down, like we're sitting there killing time. And this is Friday the 13th. So low-key, everyone was like, yeah, it was Friday the 13th when this happened, and everyone was kind of like low-key kind of freaking out. And I don't know if you've ever seen that movie called The Devil Inside.
Oh my god, yes.
And like,
Well,
like,
there's that
bitch,
little.
I'll cut you. Anybody, don't come at me.
I literally told my friends that I was like, there was this movie, and every time the lights went off, this like someone got hurt or cut or something, and it ended up being the little old lady.
Yeah.
And so like, I was like, if the lights come off, yeah, spoiler alert after the fact, but I told my friends that I was like, yeah, if the lights go out and you come at me, I will like deck you as hard as I can. Like, I ain't playing games right about now. And you know what I mean? 'Cause it's
Yeah.
freaking Friday the 13th, and they were all freaked out because they were like, what if the elevator drops? Like, what if like the cables break and it just drops?
Oh my god, no, not
And
right.
I'm like, I was like, it's not gonna even do anything. They got brakes at the bottom, and there's like springs at the bottom of the elevator shaft, and you know, it was just like a fiasco to kind of keep them like under control. And then my guy friend, his name's Dalton. He was like getting claustrophobic, and they were all mad at me because they were like, we knew we shouldn't have took this elevator, but you were. They were blaming me. And but anyways, it was a fiasco to keep them under control a little bit, and then it's just weird that it happened on the Friday the 13th, but so 15-20 minutes pass, and then the little lady on the intercom comes back up on the intercom, and she's like, hey, we've notified the fire department and they're on their way, and then like we're like, okay, thank you. And we thought we could hear someone banging on like the doors or whatever. Like we could hear people walk up to the elevator and press the button and walk away. But the motor on the elevator was making some weird like clicking noise. Like it was trying to move, but it couldn't move. And then like another 20-30 minutes passed, and we were like, well, it's been like an hour. So where is everyone? Like, do they know we're in here? And I started shouting, yelling, and you could hear a police officer be like, "Yeah, we're here. We know you're here." UPD,
Yeah.
the University Police Department, because it's owned by Texas A&M.
Yeah.
And then one of my friends, she had signal on her phone, like barely any signal, and she called. She was the one who actually lives at that apartment complex. And she called the front desk at the apartment complex and was like, hey, we're stuck in the elevator. Are the police department or like is the fire department on their way? And they're like, yeah, they're supposed to be heading that way.
What?
Yeah. And so it wasn't much longer after we got off the phone with her that the fire department did show up, right? And everyone was like thanking them so much. Like it was so funny because like my friend Dalton was like, "Oh my god, I love you guys! Like I've never thought of fresh air, And they had to pry. They literally had to pry the doors open and hold them open. And what was scary about that was the elevator was still on as we were leaving. So the maintenance guy was there helping the firefighters, but the maintenance guy didn't turn that power off to the elevator.
Yeah.
So you could still hear the elevator like trying to close the doors and try to like move the elevator up and down.
Yeah.
And so what was scary about that was I was thinking Final Destination, like
Yeah.
like elevator drops, or you get like you're halfway through the door, because like we're stuck between floors, like it's like that movie scene where you like literally you have to like climb up to get off the freaking out of the elevator.
Oh my gosh.
And so we let the girls go out first. And then I
What
let Dalton
gentleman?
go out
You
for
probably
me, 'cause I
wanted
was
to be like, fuck this bitch, and just.
Yeah. And well, they wanted a ladder. I was like, we can just like kind of like hoist you up. It won't be that big of a deal. And I know I could have made the jump easy, but they they got a little ladder for him, or the firefighters got a little ladder, and it was so funny. I don't know, everyone was just so happy to see him or whatever, And I was too. And everyone was getting a picture with the firefighters, and I got a picture with the cop because she was cool.
Was it just y'all four, or were there people like outside that were watching and like,
Yeah,
when you got off?
No, no. I mean, everyone was kind of happy. So there was like a worker from the apartment complex there, but it was just the firefighters and the police officer. They
What assholes? I
There
would have been
was-
watching the whole thing.
There was one kid though that was walking towards the elevator with like a bathing suit and a towel, and we were like, "You don't want to take this elevator ever again."
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was an experience. I've never been trapped in an elevator before. But the thing about it though was like I'm kind of annoyed about it is the elevator was out of inspection. So like
Should be glad they
that's
didn't get a rich kid in that elevator. He would have sued.
yeah, I mean Monday whenever it comes, I'm gonna call the state because there's a on the inspection stickers. It's like for a it's the same. It's like the regulatory commission for the state of Texas. Pretty much, they have to be, inspected every so often. It's kind of like if you've ever been to a restaurant and you look at their like license to like actually sell food.
Yeah.
There's a phone number that you can call and say, okay, this place is against like health code violations.
Yeah.
That's the number, and I'm gonna call them and just report it on Monday because like. Honestly, I'm kind of annoyed I got stuck in an elevator for an hour or so.
I don't blame you. They don't change it. I've gotten stuck in the same one that I got stuck in, which it wasn't that bad because this one is like old and rickety, and if you just like give it a good jump, it'll go. So, but I shouldn't have got in it. But yeah, wasn't Friday the 13th though. I've never had. I mean, I guess I have had Friday the 13th experiences, but none that epic.
No. I was thinking I need to tell Rebecca because Rebecca's gonna be like, oh.
She'll be like, someone did witchcraft on the cables, Patrick. Didn't you know?
Yeah.
He'll be like, of course they did. Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, Friday the 13th in an elevator. Yeah, I was worried I was gonna get cut in half going through the elevator door though, because you gotta like climb up,
Yeah.
because Final Destination.
It's fine. Either of us can edit a clip in. I will do that if you cannot. Definitely. In case no one knows.
I mean, I don't know if there's an actual like Final Destination of like one of the movies of like someone getting cut in half in an elevator, but
I think something
I
with
know
their
it's
head
happened in
popped
movies.
off. There's gotta be like insert montage. Like it's gotta happen at least once. But I think that one of them got their head or their body chopped in half in an elevator, which is something encouraging for you. But yeah. What are you doing?
I'm looking it up.
You're looking it up. Cool. That's fun. So have you seen?
Oh
The
yeah,
Purge?
there's a.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I have not seen the new Purge. I want to. It's a Final Destination 2. There's an elevator death.
Can you play it on screen, or do you want to just insert it later?
We'll just have to probably put it in later, or just pull it up later,
That's fine. We can.
or they just tell them. People can go look it up.
That's fine.
But no, I haven't seen the new Purge. Sadly, I want to. But honestly, I don't even know if I'm going to because I've watched every Purge since the new one,
Yeah.
right? And okay, from like I like that, like the concept of the Purge, you know.
Yeah.
What I mean is like for a movie standpoint.
Please
like you think,
clarify.
okay, like I don't want to go like,
I'm just kidding.
killing people and purging people,
Yeah.
but like what I mean is like it makes you think like people are gonna go crazy and like you obviously go kill each other and then
Yeah.
like steal stuff. But they always, one thing I hated about the Purge is it's like every crime is legal. Every crime is legal. And they always just say people want to go around murdering each other.
Oh, okay. So this new one, they address that. They address like what that specific issue. I'm not gonna spoil it, but yeah, they were like trying to be like, oh yeah, all these murders are gonna occur, and I'm not gonna tell you what happens, but it, some people had other plans.
Because I can promise you, like, if Purge ever happened for, like, me,
Yeah.
oh, I would be taking, like, I don't know, I'd be finding the nearest bank with gold in it, and I would
Yeah.
be like, that's where we're going.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be like, dude, I'm with you. Screw. Is it still working? Sorry, I hit the cord.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're good.
Yeah, like, no, screw killing people because I don't want to get, like, if I kill somebody's mom or some shit, they're gonna come get me next Purge, and I'm not about that. I'm gonna be living on an island and making tons of money. Like, I don't know, I'll have like a butler monthly
Well,
or something.
Well, I mean, that's what I mean. You just gotta come to the U.S. like once, and then
Yeah.
Okay, and another thing I wish they would address. This is like my biggest thing. Okay, so you know the United States, like every state is the United States territory. But what about like Puerto Rico? Do we purge in Puerto Rico?
Oh, I guess I can tell you that. So the beginning of the movie actually starts. It's like they're on Staten Island, which is New York, but it's an island in New York. So I'm sure that they didn't go Puerto Rican route because New York's more central to what people believe in. You stupid cord! Don't you dare! Anyway, hold on. Still shitting out? Yeah, it is. There we go. Anyway, so it's more central to the U.S., whatever. So it's on Staten Island, and they kind of quarantine the whole area. Fuck you, cord! Come on! Sorry. And, it's only when I talk. When you talk, it's perfectly fine. But yeah, so they quarantine the whole thing, and they tell people, like, hey, if you're gonna be here, we're gonna pay you. Like, the low-income people, so a lot of people do it, and then a lot of people come into the island, and they have to register to kill and all this other crap. And that's kind
Really?
of... Yeah, it's like the first purge.
Oh. See, and my thing about that too is like, see and that's another thing. One thing I didn't like about Purge too is like I understand people would be killing each other, but like I don't think people would be like, oh, let's just go kill people, because like, I mean, people don't want to die, and they're like, if you go kill someone, like the chance of you dying is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even if it's legal or not, like, freaking look at the Wild Wild West, like, you could pretty much kill anyone back then and get away with it, but
Yeah. So,
they didn't do it.
here's a good question. Do you like, as far as when it comes to, like, killing sport movies that could potentially be real, would you say The Purge is more realistic or Hunger Games? And why?
Okay,
Or which would you rather see?
okay, no, okay. Realistically, I think a version of, like, the Hunger Games would be more real than
Yeah.
The Purge.
Yeah.
Because society, like government is made to, like, I guess you could say, provide, like, law and order for people. And I don't think, like, it's in human nature to just want to go out and, like, commit crime and stuff like that. Because, like, you as, like, a person wouldn't want your home or anything broken into,
Yeah.
personally. And so I think that's why the like, Hunger Games would be more real.
Yeah. I think, and this could be kind of off the walls, but if you look at the sort of things that we watch, like WorldStore.com, or like some people will watch like Gore TV or whatever. Can you tell that punk to go away? Yeah, I see you, kid. I'm watching you. Go over there by the Mona Lisa smiles. Ah! Anyway, sorry. He was interrupting. Are you taking screens? He just came back. Bro, we're trying to talk about The Purge. He's the first one to go. I'm telling you, we're gonna get him. I hope they can hear me. I'm just kidding. No, disclaimer. Not how I really feel. But anyway, what was I saying? That guy interrupted my thoughts.
Something about, I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so like, I think with the stuff that we currently watch, that Hunger Games isn't too far-fetched. Because we sit here and like think it's funny to watch some kid beat down another kid with a shovel. You remember that a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And I'm not saying I don't watch that crap, I do, but like at some point there are some things that are too much for me that other people are gonna think are, oh, that's so funny or that's so entertaining, So I think you're right. I think Hunger Games probably is more plausible.
Now, the one thing I didn't see realistic with it is, so like in Hunger Games they had like the 13 districts or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And they were all like separated by like whatever industry they were,
Yeah.
And I don't think it would be really like that as much, just because like no one area can be like specified for one industry. Does that make sense? Like it doesn't.
That's true. Yeah.
That's one thing I didn't find real realistic, but like how they did a good job at over exaggerating how, I guess you could say, the royalty or the upper class would be like in the capital.
Yeah. So devil's advocate, if you had to create the Hunger Games, how would you divide up the different districts?
Like, would you have to have districts, right?
Well, no, but like you would
Okay, I
want,
guess.
like if
You
had
want, like,
you
you'd
wouldn't
have to
want to
make a
pick
game.
all from the same population. You'd want to have to like, go from different parts of the U.S.
I would probably pick it from like, let's see, like say it was just like the whole United States.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a tough question.
You're trying to submit, like I guess, yeah. I don't know. Seriously, you're trying to figure out if you're trying to like how you would
Yeah.
like
If you did
subdue
every 50
people into
states,
thinking.
If you did every 50 states, it would be unfair to those low populated states. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
'Cause,
Like it's the same thing with the Senate. You know what I mean? I mean, actually, that'd probably be a good population divide. For every one senator, there's not senator, House representative of the House.
There you go. We can just play Hunger Games Senate Edition. Everybody picks one congressman they don't like, and they all go into it.
I bet you a lot of people would pay to see that.
Hell yeah, there we go. Hunger Games Senate Edition. Man.
No, but not like with actual like representatives. That's not what I meant. But like, you know what I mean? Like, you know how like the House is like for every
We can
1
elect
million,
them.
I guess.
Each state gets the big states get we get 3 volunteers or whatever.
Now see, besides, I guess you could say the benefit of like saying your section is the winner. Right?
Yeah.
Your district was the winner.
Yeah.
One thing I thought they should have done was like, I guess you could say it would have been better to promote like a, if your district wins, everyone gets more food or something. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's that whole communist kind of,
But then again,
Hey.
if you what?
I have to go because my headphones are dead. They're about to die.
That is fun. I think this is a good point, and you can say goodbye, and I will figure something out to do with this and share it with you.
Alright, let me know.